Hey y'all, what's up? So today's Monday and I wanted to come on and finally do this video for my completion, my 30-day raw vegan challenge completion video. So it's probably going to be a lengthy video, I'm not sure, but I know for a fact that I'm probably going to be doing like at least three videos today. I will not post them all at the same time, but I have to get 3 videos out today because I'm going to have a busy week. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this video. So when I first started going vegan, it has taken me to like multiple different places, all good, but I've been able to experience a lot of different things. And you know, I somehow got on this path of going raw, was able to go raw for 30 days successfully. And here are some of my outcomes. So originally when I started, my highest weight was 337 pounds. Now, mind you, that was like 2 years ago. And then since then, I had managed to do exercises and quick fixes, diets and all that type of stuff going on. And I had managed to lose like, I was down to like 315. I actually made a video, which I may link somewhere in here, when I did my New Year's resolution, saying that I wanted to lose 100 pounds, which I was able to manifest, and you know, you guys will see. So I think it was January 1st, 2016, you know, when everyone comes out and said their New Year's resolution is I want to lose weight, I want to be closer with God, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I was one of the ones who actually said, you know what? I don't want to just be a speaker, I want to be about it, you know? So I was like, okay, I knew what the best choice was for me to go ahead and just do my veganism thing, because I had started the veganism process 2 years and some change now, but I wasn't consistent. I was on, off. And on top of that, I was substituting stuff. So at one point I had went on, off. And then at one point I went to pescatarian. And then, after that, I just completely stopped it and was able to go completely vegan. Then I tried the raw. So at my highest weight at 337, I went down to 315. And then when I initially made my YouTube video, January 1st, 2016, I proclaimed that I wanted to lose at least 100 pounds. So some time went by. I kind of fall off of YouTube because I was with my husband. We were taking care of business and, you know, doing a whole lot of other stuff with life. And so when we finally moved to Vegas, I picked up the ball and I started working on myself some more and working on my health and my life and just all this other stuff. So some bright idea came into my head and said, you know what, I'm going to try the raw vegan challenge. I'm going to try that and I'm going to see how that works for me. Yes, I knew and intentionally that I could lose weight and more weight, and probably the most weight I've ever lost in a short period of time. But when I first did it, that wasn't the center focus of my trying to do the raw. It was mainly to know my natural foods, also to get a lot of benefits from the foods, and just to improve my health overall. So of course the bonus for me was to lose that weight, but who knew that it was going to take such a good, you know, outcome on my body. So I believe I started my journey on the raw vegan July, right? September, July 9th, I believe. Anyways, it's been 9 weeks. And so on the 9th is when I started. I think it's the 9th. Yeah, July 9th, I believe. I'm sorry, I'm like pausing. But yeah, so I believe I started July. If not, I will get the proper information and put it in here somewhere. But I believe I started July 9th. And so when I started July 9th, I weighed myself. I didn't take footage of that, but I was 297 then when I started. And so I guess from the time I was taking that 7-month break or whatever, what you will, from YouTube, I had lost from 315 to 297. And that's with me being vegan, but not being raw. Once I went raw on July 9th, which was when I made that video, which I will link somewhere in here for you guys to take a look at, you can notice the difference in my frame, my body, my skin, my weight, my size, and all that stuff. And even in how I spoke, because you can hear it, well, for me, I could hear it, how I was constantly out of breath and stuff like that. So, but that could also be to the fact that I also speak really fast, so I try to catch my breath in between. But when I started the actual 30-day raw vegan journey, I was 297. And then within the first 3 days, I had actually lost 10 to 11 pounds, I believe. It was like 10, it was like when I woke up in the morning, it was like 10 pounds and some ounces, and before I went to bed, it was like 11 pounds and some change. So right around there. And then after that, I started saying, you know what, let me just do weekly weigh-ins instead of doing daily weigh-ins, because if I'm having such a good impact, you know, losing weight, this much weight, double-digit number weights in like 3 days, what will it be like in a week? So that's what I started doing. I started seeing greater results. So I did a mini update. I didn't want to share my weigh-in just yet because I wanted to reveal the bigger picture of when it's all said and done. And so, you know, as of right now, I weighed myself, well, which my journey ended on Saturday, which was September 9th. Today's now the 11th, September 11, 2017 today. But on the 9th is when it ended. And on the 9th, I didn't weigh myself on the 9th because I wanted the full day to go by and then weigh myself till yesterday. So when I weighed myself yesterday, I had an idea of where I would be. But when I weighed myself yesterday, I was I want to get the right number. I was 216. And then today when I woke up, I am now 210 pounds. So as you can see, I'm stepping on. I'm gonna tap it, well, get on so that it can light up. And I have the light off because it's one of those illuminating scales, so you guys will be able to see. So it's at 0. And there you have it. So I'm very thankful that I did this journey. I mean, I wasn't expecting such a huge drop, but it's been a huge drop. And in 9 weeks, you're talking about like 2 months and some change. That's amazing. I was expecting to lose weight, yes, but was I expecting that much? Not really. It just kept blowing my mind. And I know I'm gonna continue to lose more weight because this is something I plan on doing throughout the journey of my life. I don't know if I'm going to go fully raw just yet, but I think in the back of my mind that this is something I do want to do eventually. But for right now, I think I'm going to do like intervals. Like I'm probably going to do like 2 weeks here, take a 1 week off, take a break to like eat like cooked foods. Although it'll be vegan, but it'll be cooked. And then of course, try to make sure it's like prepared by me, or at least somebody that I know who is a vegan as well and is cooking actual vegan food. And then I'll probably start back up again for another 2 weeks or maybe a week, and then do a week off or something like that until I fully go raw. But as of right now, I'm not going to continue being fully raw, because simply for the fact that I don't want my body to, well, it's already altered because I have a lot of loose skin, and I have a lot of well, I'm not going to share that because that's a little bit TMI and some people can get offended. So, but I do have loose skins in certain areas of my body, and I just want my body to be able to bounce back kind of like naturally at its own pace and not force the issue, if you get what I mean. This was just a 30-day challenge to see what would happen, and I know now, like, I can lose a dramatic amount of weight going raw, so I don't want to do another 30-day raw or completely raw and then be like a toothpick or whatever. I do want my body to bounce back naturally to its natural state, as far as weight wise, but I don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to like take it slowly now, working my way to where my body needs to be, wherever that is. I don't have a magic number that I'm trying to be. I don't have a specific dress size. By the way, I also lost about 6 dress sizes because I think I was up to a 26 in women's, and now I am a size 16 comfortably. I can actually fit into a 14, but of course I can button it up and stuff, but it's just a little bit just and tight. So I will work my way down eventually, but yeah, I've lost that much weight. I do have to get a measuring tape and kind of like measure my bust and measure my waist and my thighs and give you guys proper definition of how much I've lost. But for the most part, I know that I've lost over 100 pounds. And like I said in my video from January 1st, I just actually noticed that the manifestation took place, that I lost 100 pounds, you know. And yes, it took me over a year because it's now what, September of 2017, and that video was posted back in January 1st, 2016. So yes, it's been over a year, but even after I made that video, it was still in the back of my head that I needed to lose the weight, but I still wasn't like being really progressive about it, you know, as far as before I went raw. So with that being said, I happened to, when I was on my YouTube channel, I was looking at some videos and I saw that video and I looked at the difference of how I looked then and how I look now. And then when I looked at the video, I said, oh my gosh, I actually manifested that, you know, to go ahead and lose 100 pounds or at least 100 pounds. And here I am, 100 pounds more later. You know, it's mind-boggling. I'm baffled, but at the same time, I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I actually did it. Would I do this again? Most definitely, because I will do it again. How do I feel? Amazing. The best experience ever, because I was able to learn about food itself. Because a lot of times we tend to eat foods, but we don't know the science behind it. We don't know what it does to our body. We literally are what we eat, you know? And so in order for you to, like a baby, to grow, to gain hair, to gain muscles, to gain teeth, to gain all these things, those are all contributed from the foods that we eat. So if you want a certain outcome in your life, you have to focus on what it is that you're putting in your body, your diet, you know, what helps what improves what. And so that's what I was doing behind the scenes. I have a book where I've taken a lot of notes. Like I told you, I was diagnosed to be anemic, and I no longer think I'm anemic because I'm super warm. My hands used to be so cold. I used to shiver a lot. I was constantly you know, under a blanket. Ask my husband. I used to be under a blanket almost all day because I was always cold. Now I can literally wear this, you know, with no problem. Before I would wear this and be struggling with like goosebumps and stuff because I'm so cold and whatever. Now I think me having to eat, like knowing about beets and all this stuff has helped with my blood count, my iron and all that stuff, and it just helped me. Like a lot of different things. Tomatoes improve so many different things in my body. I have eaten a whole bunch of stuff that triggered a lot of different things for me that has helped me in a positive way. And I know now what I need to add to my diet, what I need to take back from my diet. I know what to put together. I know, let me tell you something. This journey has opened me up. This journey has taken me, you know, to a different place. Like I see life differently now. I understand what it is to eat, what food is. I understand what veganism is. You know, I understand what life is. And so going through that process, I would definitely encourage anybody to do this because there is no losses. I mean, you cut bad habits and things that's not good for you anyways. And so going on this vegan journey, then you are able to gain a lot of clarity, a lot of peace. You're able to gain so much strength, so much better health, sleep, everything you can think of. You will gain that eating natural foods. And you can play around with it. You don't necessarily have to just eat lettuce and tomatoes. And who says that you can't have strawberries in your salads? Who says that you can't have lettuce in your smoothies or whatever you want to add, natural foods? You can mix and match whatever you want. You know, if you have a taste for this, eat it. You know, just who says you can, like me, I put bananas in a lettuce and make a taco salad. Who says I can't do that? I put fruits in a taco salad and eat it. Like, people have this feeling that, well, you know what, it's a lettuce. That's more like a dinner or a lunch thing, so you can't put it in a breakfast. Says who? I've had lettuce for breakfast, lettuce wraps for breakfast, which has like, you know, like tomatoes and cucumbers and all this stuff. I've had all that stuff, just raw stuff for breakfast. So, you know, it's your rules, it's your house. Do it how you want to. You don't listen to people. Do what you feel you want to do. Is natural. Whatever you have to taste for as far as natural foods, have it. Whether it's 12 o'clock at night, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning, have it. Because you know what? Your body recognizes what the food is and recognizes that it's natural food. So it's going to process it and take it out of your body. As opposed to eating processed foods, things that are in packages and wrapped in bottles and all this stuff, things that are not grown on a tree or a plant or whatever. Your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it's going to store it, you know. So your body knows exactly what to do with the food once it gets in your body. So even though you eat 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever, your body's going to process it, no problem. To add to that, I did not exercise. I have been doing yoga stretches, really, but I'm not consistent. However, now I'm going to be consistent because I had just too many things to keep up with and follow up with, and things I was working on. And so I'm knocking a lot of things off of my bucket list, I guess you could say. And now I'm trying to incorporate new things into my life, things that are going to benefit me and help me. And so I used to always do yoga. That's something that I'm used to. I'm no stranger to yoga. Even at my heaviest, I still used to do yoga. However, I do want to bring that back into my life and be more into it, kind of like an everyday thing, and meditate more, which is something that I do all the time. You know, meditate. I'm working on myself and working on a lot of different things to improve my health and my life. But with my 30-day challenge, guys, it's a definite go for me. You guys should try it. I encourage you to try it. You don't have to worry about counting calories or none of that stuff. You can eat as much as you want to, how many times you want to throughout the day, because your body is going to recognize, okay, you ate already, or you're not. You don't. Your body doesn't. If your body, let's say, if your body needs about 1,200 calories, just hypothetically speaking, if your body needs about 1,200 calories or 1,500 calories per day, depending on where you are in life, it's going to take just that much, and everything else is just going to be tossed. So no matter how much you eat, it's just going to sustain whatever it needs, and then it will toss the rest. So you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I only need to eat like one more thing today. No, you can eat as much as you want to, natural foods, that is vegan natural foods, and you don't have to worry. But that's being raw. I will say that that's the raw part of it. But if you're doing cooked foods, even if it's vegan, you do have to kind of watch it. You won't gain as much, but you will start to gain a little, although you will lose it easy as well too. So that's the only thing that I see that there's a difference with when it comes to doing the vegan raw compared to the vegan and having cooked foods as well. So I did notice that when I was doing the vegan cooked, I did lose weight, not as fast, because as I told you, I was 315 and I went down to 297. That's not that much at all within the 7 months or so. So once I went raw, you see how fast the weight dropped off. You guys saw my clip with me getting on the scale. I had to do it in a dark room because I have an illuminating scale, so you guys won't be able to see it if I didn't turn off the lights. It had a glare because I had recorded it like 3 times. I couldn't understand why it is I couldn't pick it up on the camera. So then I noticed if I turn the light off, then the light will brighten up and it will catch it. So that's what I had to do. But you guys saw my body shots. You guys saw, you know, my before and after. And I'm also going to do more updates, you know, showing you guys how much more I've lost, and you know, what it is I'm working on now, where I'm at in life as far as veganism goes, just pretty much that. So I'm not done with working on that part of my body, or my life, I should say, but I am going to incorporate some other things and focus a little bit more on those while still trying to maintain what I'm doing currently, if that makes sense. But you guys, that's all that I wanted to put out here. Give you guys my update as far as my completion goes. I'm excited, I'm happy. I encourage you guys to do it. It is one of the most successful and most best things I've ever done. And I would definitely do it again in a heartbeat. And I'm actually going to do it again. I am going to be doing a 30-day, well, not 30 days. I'm going to be doing a challenge for a juicing challenge. I have done that before, and that I've done for 30 days before. That was before vegan, and it was successful. Now I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to do it again, but I don't know if it's going to be within this month or next month or however I'm going to do it, and I don't know how long exactly I'm going to do it, but you guys will get a video with my announcement of what it is I'm going to do, how long, and whatever the case may be. So I will be doing that as well. So that's another journey. And then, like I said, I will be doing my mini updates to inform you guys as to how I'm keeping up, how I'm maintaining, what have I done lately, or what I'm doing now, or whatever. So you guys will see that soon. I know I'm getting like chopped off or whatever, but I just have to make this work. But yeah, so like I said, you've seen my weight loss. I manifested that 100 pounds plus. So altogether, the number of how much I've lost will be right here, from my 337 to now, to my 210 now. So I think by the time I do the next update, I should be under 200. But it's not like I'm pressing, you know, like, oh my gosh, I need to lose 200. I need to be under 200. No, I'm letting my body do what it has to do naturally. I'm loving every moment of it. I'm loving me, and I appreciate me now because I took the time to listen to myself and figure out my life and figure out what everything else was not good for me, had to go. And I mean, I have another video coming on detoxing and all that stuff, because that's something that I'm big into. I believe people should detox every part of their life, if not weekly, monthly, yearly, something. But I do have a video coming for that, so stay tuned for that as well. But that's all. It's already 24 minutes in, 25 minutes in, and so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of my phone because my mother-in-law was calling. I'm gonna take care of that. I also have to get back on the phone with my husband. I do have to make 2 other videos, so I may do that before I get on the phone. But I do have to make 2 other videos. I am not going to post all 3 today. These videos are going to be posted sporadically, so when you see them and you see the same outfit on, it's because I try to work through those videos in a day, because I know throughout the week I'm going to be pretty busy. I'm doing some other things and working on some other projects and stuff, so I have to get these videos out now rather than later and be missing videos, because that's what happens when I get caught up with things that I have to do. I tend to not put out a video, because not that I don't have the information, I have it, it's just that I'm not up to it because I have so much more things going on in my head, and it's almost like you have to pick what's more important, basically. So to me right now, since I have the free time, I'm going to use that time and the lighting to go ahead and get the videos out. But yeah guys, my 100-pound weight loss has been successful. It's done. That's completed as far as that video goes, so I can conclude with that video. But I am still going to be losing more weight. My body is still, you know, trying to forge itself back into who it's supposed to be naturally and where it's supposed to be, so you'll see that. Also, I do have hair videos coming. That's another journey. I'm working on some things, some natural products, well, not natural, but natural products that I want to start incorporating in my lifestyle, things that are beneficial for me, and you guys will see that as well. So I'm trying to work on so many different journeys and videos and stuff like that, you guys will see. So I think that's all. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. If you guys have any questions, you need me to answer any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. If you guys have any concerns or whatever, like I said, leave them in the comment sections. If you guys want to see any more videos or request any videos, go ahead and leave that in the comment section and I will be sure to answer those. And I think that's it, guys. Until my next video, stay tuned for all the rest of the videos I have coming, and I will see you later. Bye.